Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome. So, today we are going to see how we can create agent swarms using this library called eel. I have been actually using this library for some time. It's very nice and simple library, and I have been actually creating agent swarms using this library. Interestingly, OpenAI came up with this. Approach which they have documented, and they have open sourced this another library, they call it as swarm. And this kind of piqued my interest because I have been already using eel to do the same thing, so I thought maybe I will do a video that how I have been using eel to achieve the same behavior which have been shown in swarm. And the reason for me to do that is because obviously this library just came out, and before that I have been using eel. And another thing is, like, if you see, like, this is primarily an educational or an experimental purpose. It's not a framework which you can just pick it and start using it in some production app. On the other hand, eel is a python library which basically is kind of production ready, and they are trying to enhance it, and they are doing really good work. So I thought I will review this and show you how we can replicate the same behavior in eel. So what we are going to do is we will pick up this example from swarm where they are where a triage agent has been created. So primarily, let's see what um, things are there in the triage agent. So if I go to this agents.py, um, you will see, like, there is a method for process refund, there is a method for apply discount, and then there are three agents. There is a triage agent, sales agent, and refunds agent. And then these are the transfer methods, which are basically handing over from one agent to another agent. So these three methods are used to do the handover. And here, the tools which are available to those agents, those are being added. So the triage agent has access to these two tools, the sales and the refunds tool. And then sales agent has access to the transfer back to triage tool. And similarly, the refunds agent has is having access to the same tool. So essentially, if you see, what we have here is, like, we have, like, two tools, and then we have three agents. And what they are doing is, like, they are communicating primarily using these tools and transferring um, based on the decision which is made. Now, um, to how do we replicate this in eel, right? So, first of all, I'm not going to teach how eel is working. We will take a simple example here, like, so that you get to know how how to use eel. So for example, like, it's a very lightweight library. What you need is just you need to install this library, and probably you need OpenAI as well. Yeah, so you need two requirements. One is you need eel and you need OpenAI. Though eel is supporting other providers as well. In this example, I'm going to use OpenAI. So once you import the library, what you need to do is you specify the agent or the model here. So in this case, this is a hello world kind of program. You pass it a string, and this becomes your system message. And then this is what is returned by the agent or the model. So you this is the system message, and this is how. So when you will execute this, it's going to show you how, hello Sam Altman, how can I assist you, right? There's another way to do this. Instead of just passing the system message, like in comments, you can do is that in this manner, like eel.system and eel.user, and it's going to give you the same results. But here if you see, like, the decorator is, it's simple. That means we are not passing any tools. So if we have to pass tools, what we have to do is we have to use this complex decorator instead. And here, like, there isn't much change. Like, rest of the things primarily will remain the same. The only thing is, um, you know see, I think here you will see, so everything remains the same. The only thing is you apply this complex decorator and you pass on the tools like this. And then this tool basically is defined again by a decorator, create claim draft. So if you scroll up here on this page, yeah, so you apply a decorator, yield dot tools dot tool, and then this becomes a tool. So pretty simple, not so complex. Just two to three decorators which you're going to use. What I have done is I have an example set up here. This is my personal GitHub repo. It does not have much. I'm going to check in and share the link. But in terms of requirements, we only have two requirements, like OpenAI and E library. Once you have installed this, right, what you can do is, yeah. Once you have installed this, open this eel-swarm.ipynb, right? And the first step is to set up our environment, doing few imports. So once this is done, um, I'm I'm trying to create the tool, the same tool which we saw in the Swarm example, the process refund. It's a method. What I did was I just added a decorator on top of it. So this becomes my process refund tool. Then the next one, this becomes my apply discount tool, right? So I have the two tools in place. Now I'm going to start setting up the three agents. The first agent which I need to set up is the triage agent, right? So here is the definition for the triage agent. Right, but I will show you this thing. I have commented it out right now here, and I will show you the reason why below. But for now, consider this as an entry agent, and you don't need to, like, apply this decorator for now. We will apply this later on in the next step. But you need to apply this another decorator yield.tool, because we are going to make this agent as a tool as well. So remember, in the Swarm example, they are creating this transfer back to triage kind of methods. Here we are not creating any transfer back to triage method separately. What we are doing is we are making this triage agent itself is as a tool, and we are going to make it as an agent as well. I will show you how. So this becomes your another tool as well as the agent. Now coming to the next agent, we have the sales agent. Sales agent, I have applied both the decorators, right? Because this is not my entry point. So if you see the difference here, this is my entry point, and I'm avoiding. Uh, and that the reason is, like, as I said, I will show it's going to create a cyclic dependency, which I'm trying to avoid right now. Um, so I'm making it an agent as well as a tool. So this becomes my sales agent. It has access to the triage agent tool, right? And then this is my refund discount agent, right? And it has access to process refund tool, apply discount tool, and triage agent tool. That's it. And now this is a little method which I created. If you see, like, this method is very much it's basically, I'm trying to replicate this. Let me go back. If you have to run these agents, if you come here, we have this run demo loop, right? Basically this is going to loop, right? And we need a way to recreate this loop. So this, consider this as that, execution loop. What it does is it's basically like going to run your agent and its output. Not very complex, pretty much self-explanatory. But going back to that point where I did not define this entry agent, this is how you make that agent, the entry point. So instead of defining the decorator over there, I am now adding that decorator to this method, and I'm calling it as entry. I could have called it as trial agent, whatever you want to call it. So this becomes my entry point, and what I'm saying is like, entry dot request. So request would be whatever the user gives as an input. If you go back to triage agent, it is taking some text as an input, right? So this is the user input. So the output, once we have the output, what we are going to do is we are going to check whether that output is a tool call. If it's a tool call, we are going to, run that tool and just see what's the output again, and this goes on till we have finished all the tool calls, right? Very simple, hardly like 15-20 lines of code. And then we are ready to run this. So request, I would like to return my item id 23023, it was too expensive. And then process request. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so successfully process the refund, right? Now next, let me try, I want to ask for discount this time instead of refund. And let's see how this goes. Okay, so applying discount, it has applied the discount. So as you can see, like the same behavior we have replicated. I mean, you can try to run this. I'm not saying that this is a 100% foolproof method. This probably will require some refinement, but pretty much it's going to remain the same. I'm actually experimenting with few of the other complex use cases, and if people are interested, I will make a follow-up video with some more complex use cases. But this is very interesting, and as I said, the reason I feel this is interesting, I mean, I have just installed two libraries, that's it, and I'm ready to go. And this is kind of, you know pretty much easy. The way this works is keep just creating tools, that's it. You don't need to now worry about, how the agents are going to handle things. So this is pretty getting pretty exciting, and I will do another video with a complex use case. Thank you everyone for watching, and thanks to the eel team for doing the great work.